Okay, now the second system is grid iron system or reticulation system. Grid iron, so here in the plan, in this particular sketch, you can see that from the reservoir there is a main line passing through the center of the city or through the network. There is a main line passing through the center, and then what is there? You are taking the branch lines. You are taking the branch lines from these main line. From these main line, you are taking the branch lines, and all these submains, and the small branches or the house connections everything is in a just like a network, just like a net, like a system. That means, or it is in the pattern of a grid. It is in the pattern of a grid. So, and here you can see that all the branches, here it is, all the branches, it is connected, is it? It is connected, all the branches is connected from here. When the water passes through here, then it is coming to the submain. From the submain it is coming, it is flowing in this direction and as well as in this direction, and then from this particular point again it is flowing in the forward direction, and the end line or each grid is connected to the other main grid. It is connected to the other main grid, so that the water is flowing or it is circulating. The water is circulating or it is continuously flowing through all the grids. Through all the grids it is flowing continuously. That is the peculiarity of this grid iron system or reticulation system. It is just like a grid, is it? And here you can see that this type of system can be recommended in cities where the roads are already planned and it is in the form of a grid. There are parallel roads, and these parallel roads are interconnected between, again, the parallel roads. There are parallel roads, perpendicular and as well as parallel to the main line. That is the peculiarity of the grid iron system. And what is the advantage of this line? The advantage is that here you can see that in all the lines, in all the places, the pressure is almost equal, or the quantity is almost equal, the pressure is almost equal, because it is circulating, is it? It is circulating along the network, So in this case, if you need to maintain the equitable pressure, it is possible, and then here equitable supply is possible. But then what are the difficulties? The first condition is the road network or the city should be planned, and the road network should be in the pattern of a grid, is it? In the pattern of a grid. Then if it is there, what is our advantage? Our advantage is you can maintain equitable pressure, and you can supply equitable quantity, and then there is parallel lines are there. So even if there is a breakdown in any of the branch, say here there is a breakdown, then you can supply water to this, up to this household. From here it will flow, is it? It will come, is it? Or in this particular, if there is a breakdown here, this water will be coming from here also. Here it is circulating, is it? So that means whenever there is a breakdown in between, we can supply water from the other sides. Only the particular location has to be suffer, or only the particular area has to close down, and after repair then they can resume the supply. That is the one advantage. And then one of the other disadvantage. One of the disadvantages, here you can see that number of valves are there. That means all the pipes has to be connected, or it is started with a valve and it has to end with a valve. You see? And then again, these almost all the pipe sizes are of higher diameter, since the same pipe has to carry almost the quantity which required for that particular entire area. Not only the requirement of that particular lane, but the requirement of that particular area has to carry by the grid. That means you have to have higher size pipes, then number of valves more, valves. Then here the operation and maintenance is more, because you want to adjust so many number of valves every time. Whenever there is a breakdown, you have to control more number of valves. So that the pressure can be maintained in the system. That is another disadvantage. And the first option is you have to have a road network having the shape of a grid. Is it? That means parallel roads and connected with the sub lanes again connected with the main line. Is it? So that type of system, if it is there, or if it is a planned city, then you can have the grid iron system. That is the second method. And now coming to the third one. So the third one, it is a ring or circular system. Ring or circular system, it is almost the type of grid iron only, but here there is no main line passing through the center. The main line is not passing through the center, whereas the main line is passing around the periphery of that particular city. That means around the city the main line is passing. You can see that this is the main line. This is the main line passing. That means around the main city the main line is passing, and this main line is the same size pipe. The same higher size pipe has to lay around the city. Then you have to take sub mains. Then you have to take connection. Then you have to take the connection, that is the sub main you have to take. Then from the sub mains you can lay the branch lines or the small domestic connections. You can take the sub mains or branch lines, and from the branch lines you can take the small house connections. Okay, so that means here again there are number of valves are there, which is for each lane you have to have a separate valve so that you can control the supply there. But here the advantage is that again, as we mentioned in the grid iron system, here again you can maintain the pressure and quantity almost equitable to all the area. And then the interruption, that means during the maintenance period the interruption is very less, since you can control the system by number of valves. Okay, but the disadvantage is that you have to have the higher size pipe here along the periphery of the city. That means a long length of main line you have to lay, and that means the cost is more. Is it? The cost is more, and then again the number of valves are there. That means again it is increasing the cost, but you can have the equitable distribution at equitable pressure. That is an advantage, and the interruption of supply is very less. Here again you have to see that the circular or ring type system, if you want to plan, then your city is a planned city. If your city is a planned city, you can have this option. That is the circular or ring system. Now coming to the fourth one. The fourth one, that is the radial system. The fourth one is the radial system. Here you can see that the city is a closed city, and here the city is divided into zones. The city is divided into different zones, say zone number 1, zone 2, zone 3 and zone 4. And each zone is provided with a tank or reservoir at the center of that particular zone. That means each zone is provided with a overhead tank at the center of that particular zone, so that you can lay the pipe. You can lay the pipe radially. You can lay the pipe radially to all the directions. To all the directions you can lay the pipe radially from the tank which is located in the center of that particular zone. That is the radial system. And here from the sketch itself you can see that the main pipe is coming here. This is the main pipe, is it? It is passing through the center of the city. It is passing through the center of the main community or the city. Then you are taking the branches from there. You are taking branches or sub-mains connected to the reservoir. So these main sub-mains are connected to the reservoir directly. It is not connected to the network. You see, the sub-mains are connected to the overhead tanks from where we are supplying water. And from the tank which is located in the center of that particular zone, you can lay the branch lines or sub-mains radially. In any direction, you can lay the pipes radially. And here it is what is the advantage and disadvantage of this system. Here you can see that the main line is coming and it is passing through the center. And the cost of the main line is less here, is it? The cost of the main line is less because a single line is passing and you are taking the sub-mains. Again, the size of the pipe is reduced when you are considering the sub-mains, is it? That means the length of the main is again reduced, and you are placing the branch lines or the distribution lines radially. That means again the length of the branch lines is again getting reduced, is it? And here you can have equitable pressure in all the lines at any time, is it? In all the time you can have a equitable distribution, that means pressure as well as quantity. Then the end line, the ends of each branch line, it is not connected, the ends are not connected, but what is there? You have to have independent valves, you have to have independent control valves for each bylanes, is it? But you can have the advantage of providing equitable distribution to all the public at any time. And then we can have a control, centralized control, since the supply is from the reservoir only. That is the advantages. Then disadvantages. Here, what is the disadvantage? Here we can see that there are number of tanks. The reservoirs, the number of reservoirs is more, is it? We need here 4 zones means 4 tanks. The cost of the construction of the tank is higher, but usually if your city is having different geographical nature, then it is better to have the zones, different zones, and each zone should have a reservoir so that you can supply water or you can control the supply from that particular reservoir. That is a better option for many of the cities as we can found in our practical sense. Here again the controlling or the maintenance is also easy, and whenever there is a breakdown in this particular lane, the other people are not affected, there is no disturbance for the other people, so you can have the supply continuously. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of the radial system. So these are the 4 type of distribution system or 4 type of layout of the distribution system. Usually the examination they are asking the different pattern or different system of distribution. Okay, so then this is important for your examination as well as your practical point of view. You have to know how to design, how to plan the network for a particular city. Okay, now we will continue the next session.